Let's go. It's going, going, going. It's going up. We showing up. It's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. We ain't stopping showing up. It's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. Let's go. Face it, we taking off in a spaceship. Take flight. 10 toes I'm in. Way back when I knew I was born for greatness. Up from the bottom. Now I got something to prove. Try making a move against my crew, and you're guaranteed to lose. We showing up. We ready, it's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. We unstoppable.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami,
We take a moment today to honor those brave individuals who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Please join us now in a moment of silence. Thank you. Now, please welcome to center field retired Navy Petty Officer First Class Stephen Powell to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
afternoon, Rattler fans. Welcome in to Arizona Rattlers football. Right here on the IFL's YouTube channel and on Cox Gearview across the Valley of the Sun. We welcome you into the Snake Pit, the Footprint Center, the home of the Arizona Rattlers for a big matchup here on a Sunday afternoon. And happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Welcome in as the Rattlers welcome in the Bay Area Panthers. Well, listen, the Panthers are at the bottom of the standings in the Western Conference. They have not won a game since the opening week of the season. They're on a streak of 8 losses in a row. However, the Arizona Rattlers find themselves at this midway point of the season 1.5 game behind the Arizona Wranglers going into this Sunday afternoon tilt against a team with, yes, an 8-game losing streak, but a lot of talent. That Bay Area Panthers team could surprise the Rattlers if they're not ready for one today in front of the home fans. But I go back to what I just said. A half a game behind the Arizona Wranglers, Cedric Bonner. This Rattlers team needs to get some business done today.
They do. Northern Arizona playing extremely well. Experienced coaching staff up there. Les Moss, Rob Keefe. Those guys have done a tremendous job of turning that program, who looked a lot like the Bay Area Panthers a year ago. They've changed it around. Arizona, this is a get-right game. This is the stretch, the home stretch. You've got to turn things around, clean up some mistakes. You've got tremendous talent. You've got guys with a ton of confidence. Now it's time to bear down and impose your will on an opponent that you should come out and dominate.
Welcome in, everybody. The coin toss going on the field right now. Meanwhile, I had a chance to talk with the head coach, with Kevin Guy, just a couple of moments ago, and here's what Coach had to say as we get ready for Bay Area tonight.
Well, Coach, it's been a rough couple of weeks for the Arizona Rattlers, but I trust that things are coming together nicely for you. What kind of week of practice did you have?
Oh, we had a good week of practice. We're just, every team goes through it. We're not going to make any excuses. Injuries are always a part of the game, and we just got to get through it. 16 games, in a season, and we're just in that patch. Unfortunately, it came at the toughest part of our season when we were playing the 4 best teams in the league. So, back to back to back to back. So, we'll bounce back. I like the guys in this locker room, and it's a work in progress.
Well, Coach, in spite of a very rough stretch the last 3 weeks, you said to me yesterday you really like this team. You still like this Arizona Rattlers team as we approach the mid part of the season. What is it about this team that you like so much?
Well, we got good character in the locker room. We got some good human beings and guys that want to win. It's important to them. We also got a mix of some veterans and young guys, and I think they work well together. But I expect to see this team play for a championship. It's a work in progress. If we can get healthy, I like our chances.
Well, Coach, you refuse to use injuries as an excuse, but you are playing with a number of new faces out there. So tonight we'll see names like Jacoby Taylor, Marcus Pittman, Eric Magwood. Got new guys getting out there in the mix for your team. Do you expect them to rise up and play well for you today?
Well, they're certainly getting the opportunity, and it's about making the most of it. And, we've talked about that all week. And, we can't dress everybody on game day, but when you get that opportunity, you got to make the most of it, or the person you're replacing is going to get their opportunity to come back and play, right? So, it's about production. We're in a what have you done for me lately business, and you got to produce every day, and that's just the way it is. And that's from coaching down to playing, right? So, our guys, again, I get excited when I see the new guys get an opportunity, and we also got Harrington coming off last year's IR. He's ready to go. Doctor cleared him, so we're going to kind of get him going today in a reserve role and see if we can't get him going.
All right, good luck, Coach. Wish you the best.
You bet.
Head coach Kevin Guy and his guys about ready to go. We'll introduce our third broadcast team member here in just a few moments. He's down on the field with the Gladiators. And I don't mean the Duke City Gladiators. I'm talking about this is a gladiator sport, everybody. And those guys down on the field are about to put a show on for Rattler Nation and all these great fans assembled at the Footprint Center tonight. Welcome in Floyd Simmons and Cedric Bonner in the booth with our great production team about set to go. Ernesto Lacayo, the kicker, will send it away, and Bay Area's Panthers will have the ball first to start this one today. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Kind of hard to say Happy Memorial Day as we remember all those great men and women who have paid the ultimate price for the freedom we have to enjoy things like this. Arizona Rattlers showdown with Bay Area. And here's Lacayo's kickoff. It's fielded at the 3-yard line. This is going to go right back up the middle, and a tackle quickly across the 15-yard line will stop it there. And we are underway. Returning the ball was, I believe that was Jaron Bryant who brought it out, and he got knocked down right at, pardon me, it was Dwayne Gary. Dwayne Gary brought it out, and he is tackled at the 17-yard line. And folks, we're underway for this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. And on a holiday weekend, Cedric, there's some pretty good energy here in the house.
There is. I mean, you're got a D-backs game going on right down the street. This place is always going to be rocking. The acoustics are great.
And we get a whistle right off the bat. Dwayne Gary trying to break it to the outside as he put his foot in the ground to cut back. Flags flew.
Not a good start on the road for Bay Area. Team struggles on offense, just averaging 29 points a game. Trying to get some things going. They've got a massive offensive line. They definitely have the size advantage up front, and they're going to try to use this rushing attack. They're fourth in the IFL running the football. We'll see if they can pay dividends with that running game.
And their quarterback, Joe Newman, is going to hand it off to Gary. Dwayne Gary spins. And a problem that the Arizona Rattlers suffered with the first 2 losses they've had this season, those losses coming in the last 3 weeks, has been poor tackling. We'll address that in a moment here as 2nd down and 1. 3rd down and 1 is on the way. Let's introduce Joe Pequeno into our broadcast. Hey, Joe, down on the field.
Floyd, good evening. The Arizona Rattlers are not overlooking Bay Area whatsoever. They know what's at stake. Talking to quarterback Drew Powell, he says, we're a mad bunch after blowing that double-digit lead to Frisco. He said, our motto is protect the house, protect the crib. Talking to cornerback Kyrie Woods, he says, we cannot overlook any team. We have to respect our opponent. We have to go to the snake pit and get it done. Dylan Winfrey, the star safety, took it to a different level. He told his team this week, how do you want to be remembered? Who do you want to be? His message was, do you want to be remembered as a championship team or a team that failed to live up to the expectations? Rattlers, they know what the task is at hand. Fellas?
Handoff up the middle, and the Panthers needed just a shade over a yard to get the first down. They moved the chains. Ball at the Arizona 23-yard line. And Joe Newman will flip it out left side. Again, Dwayne Gary, he'll cut back inside. Trayvon Williams tackle. And among those who got there to make the stop, looks like Chris Terrell.
And Trayvon on that play, the play before Devontae Merriweather, 2 of the best players in this league without a doubt. They've got to do a better job of getting framed up, getting their feet together so they can bring their bodies with their tackles. Tough to get these big backs down with an arm. It's not happening.
So 3 receivers split to the right side of the formation. That's the wide side of the field. Gary will stay in to pick up the blitzer. And here is a pass caught. And that'll go into the end zone. Bay Area strikes first today on a touchdown reception to Daniel Crowell. And Crowell is in the end zone. Bay Area's got the points on the board.
Well, that's just size. This is just size right here. 6'1", 220. Runs the little curl route. Newman does a nice job of putting it only where his guy can get it. In that situation there, Dylan's got to do a better job of maintaining contact with his left hand. He shoots through with both hands for the interception. You have nothing there left to make a tackle with.
So Crowell has the catch and the touchdown. A little bobble on the snap. The point after is up, though, and the kick is good. And Steve Artigue is able to convert. And we've got 11 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter as we are underway with this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. The Panthers are on the board first, 7-0, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Back into the Snake Pit. Welcome back, everybody. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, Joe Pequeno calling this one for you. As the Arizona Rattlers look to get off the schneid a little bit, they dropped that game last week to the Fighters.
Jared Harrington on the return, people.
Look who's deep. He's got it midway back into the end zone. Harrington will get tripped up and knocked down with his first touch of the football since that ACL injury that ended his season in the playoffs last year. Boy, they sorely missed him in the championship game in that IFL United Bowl game. But Harrington back out and brings it to the 10-yard line. How do you think he feels about getting that first contact?
Well, you see right there, that's a play right there where he probably makes the guy miss, but his legs are going so fast because he's so excited. He has so much energy before the game. Extremely excited.
Pass off the hands of Isaiah Houston. Houston is out here on the edge, and it was defended by Elijah Bell for the Panthers. And well, Jared Harrington is back in action, and I'm sure that Arizona Rattler fans are excited to see him back. One of the fan favorites, really, and it's just that energy, that motor that he has, and to get him back out there is maybe that's what the doctor ordered for this Rattlers team struggling the last couple of weeks. Here is a pass caught by Jamal Miles. Down the sideline he goes, and Jamal has 14 yards and a Rattlers first down. Ball out to the 24-yard line.
Love that by Jamal. You see Drew doing a nice job. Surveys, they don't bring pressure. He knows that offensive line's doing a great job of giving him time. He drops it down to the check down, and Jamal Miles, north and south in a hurry. Does not waste time, doesn't make any moves. Secures that first down, finishes with a powerful run.
Keep your eyes on the center. Keep your eyes on that guy, number 77, Eric Magwood, who is getting a start today. And a problem with the snap right there. Drew Powell has to go down, scoop it up, and then get knocked down. And that'll be a loss of about 5 on the play, all the way back to the 19-yard line, second down 15, straight ahead for the Rattlers.
And that was one of the things that was concerning is once he gets the snaps down. We're getting used to snapping this football. It's different texture. He's got great technique. He's extremely smart, intelligent player.
Magwood will deliver the snap. Drew Powell steps up and then back and then finds Braxton Haley. No, Isaiah Houston wide open coming across. And he gets dumped at the 10-yard line. But just inside, that'll be another Rattlers first down. They were able to make up all of that yardage on about a 21-yard advance to the 10-yard line. That'll be first and goal for Arizona.
What I loved about this, DP, Drew Powell did not rush himself on this throw. Got his feet right, lined it up, made an accurate throw. Watch him spin out of trouble. Stands in there, makes an accurate throw. And that's what he's going to have to do. The rest of the season, he's got to stay on platform and play the kind of football he's capable of playing.
Whistle. I believe there's a marker. I believe that's going to be it. No, I thought it was a penalty. I see what's going on. The umpire.
Sound like an errant whistle.
Yeah. I think they were having an issue with where the game clock, the play clock was, so we'll look at it again. Here comes motion, and Powell with time to throw. Plenty of time back at the end zone. Pass is going to be caught off the wall. Well, that wouldn't have counted anyway once it was bobbled, and Isaiah Houston, who's been targeted twice early, missed them both.
This looks like it's an overthrow by Drew, but Isaiah has got to learn to read coverage. If there's a man in front, you need to throttle down at the back of the end zone there. Throttle down. Bring yourself under control. They're sitting in a zone coverage, so there's a giant window at the back of the end zone. He's just got to throttle himself down and make that catch.
Powell with Brooks in the backfield joining him. And Brooks gets it on the zone read left side, and Shannon Brooks goes inside the 5-yard line. He'll be down just inside the 2 with this one to bring up 3rd down and goal from that spot.
And this is, from Arizona standpoint, perfect situation for them. They can do anything they want. They can throw it, they can run it. See that powerful finish. If you're blocking downfield, you better keep your feet moving because he is coming downhill in a hurry.
Isaiah Houston splits way out to the right. Jamal Miles on the opposite end. He'll go in motion across formation. Hand it to Brooks, left side, and he is denied. He was stood up at the 1-yard line.
That's a great play there by DJ Calhoun.
Pushing the boards for number 8, DJ Calhoun.
Former ASU star. Comes back to the Valley and says, no, not tonight. Oh, this afternoon. We're in a day game today.
Hey, listen, the sun is still beating down on the locals outside. It is right smack dab on a Sunday afternoon, a holiday afternoon at that. You know, with the holiday and with the Diamondbacks playing next door, I'm surprised. There was a great crowd here today at the Footprint Center. Good job, Rattler Nation. Take the handoff, and Drew Powell will slice his way through that defense into the end zone, but there was a marker down, and that marker was coming out before he even really turned up and headed to the goal line.
Touchdown, Rattlers! A 1-yard strike, number 1, Drew Powell.
The Rattlers' touchdown is going to count.
Number 22, Ernesto Lacayo.
Drew Powell takes it in. And Arizona's on the board with their first points of the day. Ernesto Lacayo is on. Look at Jared Harrington is on to hold. They've had some troubles with the snap, the hold, the kick. That was perfect as Harrington finds his way via special teams back into the Rattlers lineup. 5 minutes, 21 seconds on the clock first quarter. We're tied at 7 in downtown Phoenix. And we're back with more Arizona Rattlers football right after this.
Proud supporter of your Arizona Rattlers.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Wibbly moving. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say, oh yeah?
Back to it, everybody. Welcome back in. A good look at Day-Day. Devontae Merriweather right there, former IFL Defensive Player of the Year. Just 2 seasons back. We've got 5:21 on the clock and a 7-7 game here first quarter at the Footprint Center. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, and the Rattlers get set to kick it away. This one will go 6 yards deep. And a nice little move to take it out to just about midfield. Marker comes in way after the fact and quite a bit away from where the tackle was made on the return man. That was Rasante Dorton who brought the ball back out to the 28-yard line. We'll see if that's where it's going to stay.
And I think there's a blindside block. They got Quinterly. They hit Quinterly with a blindside shot. And it's not legal anywhere. I don't care what level of sport, football-wise, you can't just make the block. Right? Be a pro.
Well, they're asking for it, and they're getting some pretty serious decibel level out of the fans here early on in a 7-7 game. The Panthers, after the mark-off, will start this possession at their own 8-yard line. And the give to Gary, and he is going to be wrestled down. Devontae Merriweather on the tackle. And that will go out to about the 18 and a half, no, pardon me, on that 13 and a half yard line.
Listen, the one area that this team is good is in the rushing game. Fourth in the IFL. They're going to force Arizona to tackle. And Arizona's got to do a better job of wrapping up, getting home, and up front, they've got to be ready to tackle.
Dwayne Gary in motion. He gets the handoff. That was a really good job. Marcus Pittman, who's getting that start up front on that D-line to force the quarterback, Joe Newman, to give it up. And the rest of the defense was there to meet Gary and drop him for no gain on the play. It's second down and 5.
Great job. You talk about a 3-time champion in Marcus Pittman with the Rattlers coming out of retirement.
Let's correct it to third down and 5. And Joe Newman, the quarterback, puts them in motion. Fake it, blitz, and he's forced to sidestep the pocket and delivers a beautiful pass right to midfield. That'll be a gain of about 12 yards on the play. Daniel Crowell, who caught that touchdown earlier, will haul this one in and go down at the 25-yard line. And there is a defender slow in getting up for the Rattlers. You gotta look at that. That's the new guy, isn't it?
Jacoby Taylor.
Jacoby Taylor is down and now finally back up. And looks a little...
And don't be surprised if they don't go right at him on this play.
Yeah, it looks a little dazed, but we'll see how he's doing. Fake it, run it. Newman dragged down. How do you like that? That was like a game of one-hand touch, but you knocked the guy down.
That's a good job by Chris Terrell. Just a fight and keep fighting. This team obviously feels like they can run the ball on Arizona. Where Arizona cannot allow to happen is for Joe Newman, who completes at a 37% clip throwing the football, to beat you throwing the ball, because he's going to have to make some throws to go with this running game. You can't allow Joe Newman to beat you.
2nd and 9, throw to the end zone, left side. There is contact on the receiver.
That's not a good call. That ball's thrown out of bounds. There's no chance for a catch there.
We'll see if they elect to pick up the flag, but Meanwhile, it will be interference, I believe, with Crowell, the intended receiver, if it stands. And the officials will talk it over. Illegal contact beyond 5 yards is the call by the official.
It doesn't matter where the ball's thrown on that, but that's tough when the ball's thrown like 4 rows deep.
So that will set the Panthers up with a first down at Arizona's 19-yard line. We close out this first quarter under 2 minutes remaining in the period. Panthers line him up. Newman puts his guys in motion. And there was some confusion on that offense. Illegal procedure.
Here's the thing. He was already 6 yards, and then they just... he was 6 yards downfield. I mean, they may give you a yard and a half here, but 6? No.
And with 1:33 seconds remaining in the first quarter, timeout is taken down on the field. So we'll grab us a timeout as well. We're tied, everybody, 7 apiece here in the first period. Final 93 seconds coming up after this. Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
The Panthers call their first timeout here in the first half. The Rattlers have all 3 timeouts remaining, and we've got 93 seconds left in the first quarter. Tied at 7, Panthers. And a good job. Joe Newman escapes a would-be tackler, crosses the 15-yard line, and gets back a big chunk of what was lost moments ago on the penalty. 6 or 7 yards to gain on the play, and the new line of scrimmage will be the 12-yard line for the Panthers with plenty of time remaining here in the first half, in the first quarter.
You've got to be disciplined rushing. I know you want to get home, but you've got to keep him inside the pocket. Don't let him get out and break contain.
Dwayne Gary gets the handoff, and Gary gets the first down. He'll cross the 10-yard line. Mark him just inside the 8-yard line, and that'll move the chains for the Panthers with 45 seconds and counting down. First and goal, Bay Area.
Again, just doing what they do, and maybe you saw something. Frisco decided to run the ball. They threw a couple good touchdowns, but they hurt the Rattlers rushing the ball.
And here's a snap that's going to hurt Bay Area if the Rattlers can take advantage. Newman scrambles back, picks it up deep. He's in his own territory, gets wrapped up. And the Rattlers get a huge break. That will stop the clock or not. Counting down, tackle was made with about 10 seconds remaining, and it's going to count all the way down to zeros. No timeout taken by either team. They let it run down and end the first quarter. Doesn't matter because the Panthers are going to get that opportunity on the quarter break to decide what to do next. As they're going to be looking at 3rd down and goal from deep. We'll look at it next. Stand by, everybody. This timeout, second quarter on the way. We're tied, Arizona 7, Bay Area 7. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Back into the Footprint Center, everybody. Second quarter about to get underway. And our score is Arizona 7, Bay Area 7. The Panthers are staring at a second and goal. It'll be second and goal, 2nd and 37.
2nd and South Mountain from here.
We'll see what they can dial up with 3 offensive plays to do something.
Well, we better start tackling.
And we're referring, of course, to the Rattlers defense, which has struggled in that category. Newman bounces outside, throws downfield, has a man in the middle of the defense. That is caught. And there'll be a gain of about 16 yards before the receiver was summarily dumped. Daniel Crowell is the so far favorite target of Joe Newman, and he gets up a little dazed, a little woozy.
No, this is how you tackle right there.
He got hit hard.
Trevin Williams gave him the business.
Hey, in that first quarter, the Bay Area outgained Arizona 56 offensive yards to Arizona's 40. Teams were dead even on passing yardage, just about 35 for Arizona, 34 for Bay Area. But the Panthers, who get a nice running play around the left side, and that's going to be good for 8 yards, add to their rushing total. They've got 30 yards rushing now, 30 yards so far in the game rushing, and Arizona has 5.
It feels like they have more than that. On that play, they get my man Pitty, Marcus Pittman, to go inside. They get that pitch off, gives them just enough to the edge. Now we're going to get a field goal attempted by Artigue.
This one will be a 29-yard field goal try for the Panthers. They've got the ball right dead center of the field, and this kick is on its way. And that is going to be, it hits the support cable, and I guess
no good.
No good. And it did glance off of it out away as if hitting the upright and deflecting off. Maybe the support cable is an extension of the upright. I don't know how that rule reads, but the kick is no good. And the Rattlers able to take advantage of that bad snap that lost all those yards. I think they lost 29 yards, 29 yards on that bad snap and scramble by Joe Newman, and the Rattlers able to shut that down.
Well, as they were in business, right? They were just moving right down the field, running the ball. Well, listen, good teams find a way to find a play out there for themselves.
Drew Powell, a quick pass over the middle. Jamal Miles hauls it in. He is to the 11-yard line. 6-yard gain on that first down. Call by the Rattlers. And how about this, IFL fans? How about the Rattlers waking up today, trailing the Western Conference standings by a half a game to Northern Arizona, who picked up a victory at Tucson last night.
You can only play who you play, man. You just got to keep playing. They're down the line. They're coming in here.
A couple of big games on the way. The next road game for the Rattlers is at Northern Arizona. Nice catch over the middle. Hauled in. And that is, I mean, that takes more courage than I can even begin to expound upon. A 15-yard gain for Jamal Miles as he hauls it in, exposing himself in the process. Stayed with it all the way.
Yeah, it's a nice throw and catch on the dig route. Good read. Coverage was deep. You're going to stand there, watch him keep his platform nice and strong. Whips it over the middle. That's a good throw and catch. Moves the chains.
Love that courage. First down play. Ball at the 23 of Bay Area. Flip it out right side. Shannon Brooks dancing around. And Shannon crossed the 15-yard line. About the 14. He'll be maybe 1 yard shy of the first down on what was now and has been now the nicest offensive rushing play for Arizona so far today.
Tell you what I liked on that play is the receivers downfield blocking. Jared Harrington coming off injury. You see him locked up, putting hands on people. This place is going to go bonkers if Harrington gets in the end zone.
Isaiah Houston will pull it in out here on the near side of the field and then get tackled right around the 15-yard line. I believe he may have lost yardage on that play. And they were trying to set up that little bubble screen here on the near side with Harrington out in front.
Yeah, that throw has to be so accurate. You almost don't want to try and set your feet. You almost got to just kind of sling it out there quickly.
And after this third down play, 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Rattlers. After this play, we'll take a look at those IFL standings we have referenced a couple of times. Powell puts them in motion, looking to the right. Looks again in that direction, and that one was read the entire way by the defender and nearly intercepted for a pick six. Elijah Bell he had jumped all over it, watching, reading, and spotting the eyes of Drew Powell. He followed it all the way in. He just didn't catch the ball.
Yeah, good break on the ball, and Drew knows better than this. He can't stare at it. You can't continue to stare, especially outside, and throw late to the sideline.
Wow, dangerous.
You see Bell's kind of slow up. He kind of slowed up before he got to that ball. It's a good thing he did, or else that would have been a pick six.
Exactly 10 minutes now remaining here in the first half. Drew Powell fakes it, keeps it right side. Powell exerting his will just a bit, and he'll get that one for a 7-yard gain to at the 7-yard line.
First down.
There's a look at your standings, the IFL's Western Conference. Look at this, Northern Arizona, a half-game lead after yesterday's win for the Wranglers. Congratulations. Half-game lead over the Rattlers, who come in at 7-2. Then the Sugar Skulls are in 3rd place. Duke City with the exact same record at 5-5.
Well, they beat the same Bay Area team a week ago. They were in control from start to finish.
From under center, Powell hands it off to Brooks on the stretch play. And Drew, working with the new center also, did you see him bobble the snap just a bit? He's able to recover, able to run the play, but only a 2-yard gain to the 5-yard line. It is 2nd down and goal at that spot for the Rattlers. There's the bobble. And there's Brooks trying to finish, but he was surrounded on the edge.
Well, when you don't get that clean exchange, it already puts you behind. You're a little bit slower getting out, so you can't get that edge. That play has to be so quick in order to get the edge. You got short corners for the defensive end, so they can get there.
Powell trying to do some work himself, and that is read well by the defense. They were really having nothing to do with it, and the guy that spearheaded that attack on defense was Clayton Glasgow, the linebacker He stopped it right in its tracks. No gain for the Rattlers. 3rd down and goal from the 5.
Yeah, he got a little bit of help from Karma Yates as well. But listen, Glasgow stepping in here, doing a nice job. He'd been a sub. But he's coming in playing extremely well, getting a start.
7:51 on the clock. 2nd quarter. Jamal Miles in motion to the right. Looking that direction.
You missed the
Powell
cross
with
route.
a lot of time, and he'll dump one into the end zone. That pass is caught. There was a marker down. That pass is caught by Isaiah Houston.
No.
Wait, no, that's Jared Harrington, isn't it?
Offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty, previous left.
Well, you always want to start with motion if you're looking for a guy. Harrington came in motion, and it was man-to-man. They were chasing him. He was open from the start. Missed an opportunity to get it to him early. You see him there telling him, but Harrington, just that blur that just went by our face, the first one, and then he finally gets back to him, but holding nullifies that touchdown. I don't think they'll be playing any man-to-man anytime soon.
They mark it off 10 yards. Ball now at the 15-yard line. 2 shots at the end zone for the Rattlers. 7:15 on the clock, 2nd quarter. We're tied at 7. Powell looks, and he's got a man. Throws it! Look at this catch! No, it's off of Harrington's hands. It did touch the turf, but Jared with an incredible effort out there to nearly bring it in on the reverse swan dive. Good effort.
That's kind of a position you kind of never want to get yourself in as a receiver, where you're retreating backwards, right? You don't have the full verticality of a jump. And again, that's a hot rocket. That's tough to handle. That thing's coming in hot. He could throw that 2 ball there with just a little touch on it. Be an easy touchdown.
Kicking team on. Ernesto Lacayo.
Pushed it.
And he delivers that one.
He pushed it.
But he did miss it. Off to the right. That kick no good. Each one of these teams has missed a field goal, and we remain tied at 7. Low-scoring first half with 6:23 remaining here in this 2nd period. Stand by, everybody. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
I get it. It can be hard for you to tell us what's wrong with your car. Relax. At Grulix Automotive Repair, we speak car. Kind of making that sound like... We understand. At Grulix, our ASC certified technicians can diagnose your car or truck and get you back on the road quickly and safely. Like that. We hear you.
Grulix, dedicated to your drive.
Well, the Rattlers had an opportunity. They got it to the 5-yard line, had a couple of shots at it. Holding penalty backed them up, and then they missed that field goal try. 6:23 on the clock here in the 2nd quarter as we bring you back into the Footprint Center. The snake pit and a handoff that will produce a 3-yard gain up the middle. And the guy with the ball in hand, Dwayne Gary, gets knocked down. 3-yard pickup on that play. 2nd down at 7 coming up. We want to say thank you to Nova Home Loans, the exclusive Arizona Rattlers instant replay presenting sponsor. Big thank you to Nova Home Loans for the partnership with us here at the Arizona Rattlers. Tie ball game, 7-7. Joe Newman fakes it, takes it right up the middle, and he is brought down. That's Trayvon Williams peeling off the block to knock him down, but a nice little gain. That'll go for about 5 yards and leave the Panthers looking at 3rd down and 2.
Joe's a little tough guy. That's a great job on the tackle. You're going to watch Williams go right in your living room. He's going to take on the blocker and make the tackle at the same time. That's a good job. He gets rolled up on that left ankle, but pops back up.
Good example right there of why Coach Kevin Guy thinks so highly of Trayvon Williams. Here's a handoff. And again, straight up the middle. Is that Williams again, who got free for the tackle? It was.
It's a good job of slicing through there by Williams.
It really was. Gabriel Watson was the ball carrier, and he gained 2 on the play. 4th down and 1 coming up.
Not a lot of room there, but he's able to squeeze his way through. And they're going to need the front. Wherever the line charge is, whether it be right, left, right through the player, they're going to need the line to really dominate their charge up front.
Well, if Trayvon's making tackles like that, the line is doing their job, correct?
Absolutely. He's man for man, so they're keeping bodies on bodies.
They are making some noise in downtown Phoenix. And a timeout taken by the Panthers. They'll spend their 2nd timeout with 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the half. So a timeout here on TV, radio, and YouTube as well. Stand by, everybody. Still tied at 7. Final 4:08 remaining in the second half. In the first half, right after this, Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latino artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Clouse shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting projects to dining destinations to suggestions for your next getaway. Learn how to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle. Watch Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Sunday and Tuesday evening only on YourView or streaming at yourview.com.
Hey, look, the place kicking team has come on for Bay Area on 4th and 1. They're going to try to kick it away or give it back to Arizona. Try to lengthen out the field a little bit. This amounts to the IFL's version of a punt, but we'll see what he's got kick style. Low liner, midway, depth in the end zone. Jamal Miles brings it out. So the Panthers, the net there is that they moved Arizona back with football 16 yards. But curious, 4th and 1, said they've been running the ball well, elected not to take that chance.
Especially with 3 minutes left. You've run the ball, done a great job being solid with it. I'm going for that. Right, I'm I'm a one for. I've only won one game. I'm going for that. I'm gonna go behind my big offensive line and my fullback and let my quarterback keep the ball 4 yards.
Yeah, but said not only that, but this is the IFL. That is standard operating procedures. You go for it on 4th and 1 in that circumstance, a 7-7 game. So perhaps a case of...
I think they like the way their defense is playing.
They do,
Defensive
yeah.
end is out of his stance. He got a free play.
And they are playing well. That pass is going to be well short of the mark, intended for Isaiah Houston. Markers are down. We are...
Lawrence Ross out of his stance at the snap there. You've got to have your hand down. He's out of his stance. Rattlers had a free play there.
We apologize. We're having an issue with the referee's audio. We are working on fixing that here. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remain in the second quarter, everybody. And Drew Powell, ball just slipped out of his hands, and he's going to make the most of it. Nice cut back on a block downfield. Beautiful block.
He's coming back. They did a holding on Magwood.
Yeah, it will come back, but a electrifying run. Electrifying run by Drew after the drop. And one of the few times we've seen Drew produce something like that, though it does come back, something like that in quite a while. This is Drew Powell to a T.
That's a great run. And right now, after last week's game, see him drop the snap, and there's the hold right there. You see the jersey of 22. But after last week's game, a little bit of press, right? We're pressing. We're trying too hard. But you got, exciting. Jared Harrington's back. You got to get back to basics. Start doing the fundamentally sound things.
Swing it right side. Quick toss to Shannon Brooks, who spins his way to the original line of scrimmage. So they lost 5 on the penalty. Well, they actually lost 10. They marked it off from the spot. And then they gained 5 back here to bring up second down and 10. The Rattlers with 2.5 minutes remaining, and Arizona has their full complement of timeouts remaining so far.
Right now, at this point, Derek Chaucheray, the defense coordinator, former San Jose SaberCat, actually coached here in Arizona when I was still playing. He's got to be excited about the effort being put forth by his defense.
Fake it, left side, now throw over the middle. That's wide open. That is a first down into Jamal Miles' hands. And a huge pickup. That'll be a gain of 16 yards. Mark it at the 14-yard line, and that's where Arizona will bring their offense up. Now under 2 minutes remaining in the half, and you'll take a look at the Nova Home Loans replay. Nova Home Loans is the exclusive Arizona Rattlers instant replay presenting sponsor. Thank you to Nova Home Loans.
Well, ASU on ASU action right there. Calhoun taking down Miles. Beautiful throw and catch in the zone. Ball put right on the spot.
90 seconds remain in the half. Powell quickly delivers. The catch is made. The tackle follows. Isaiah Houston has 4 yards. Make it 5. 5 yards. They'll mark him at the 9-yard line.
So tough to cover that route. It's just a switch hitch. Motion man goes outside. Outside guy comes inside. So you're going to get some loose coverage and get space. But what I like is how quick it's on him in a spot where he can protect himself. Good throw and catch.
Rattlers take their time breaking the huddle, getting to the line. They're going to let it run down to the 1 minute warning. And we'll grab a timeout here as well. Tied at 7, everybody. Low scoring first half. That Panthers defense came to play. And we'll come back with the final minute of this first half right after this. Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
We've got 1 minute on the clock here in the second quarter. Arizona lines it up. Drew Powell, the reigning most valuable player in the league, hands off to Shannon Brooks. He is tackled at the 3-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup and a first down for the Rattlers. Folks, you're listening on the radio across the valley on 1580 The Fanatic, KQFN Tempe. Also translating on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K240EU, Fountain Hills. That's on 95.9 FM.
DJ Calhoun has come to play this evening. Been in, seems like on just about every tackle. He's flying around.
Well, he's the player of the game right now, isn't he?
Has to be.
Going to hand it off. Jamal Miles cuts it back. Jamal steps across, and that's an Arizona Rattlers touchdown.
Rattlers. A 3-yard strike by number 2, Jamal Miles.
Well, Seth, there was a lot that happened on that play, including Jamal he almost dropped it, almost put it on the turf on a ball that I thought was handed off on the hip pad there.
It was. Drew snapped it a little bit, a half a second too late. You know, still getting used to the timing with Eric Magwood. Man, fortunate Jamal Miles has got the good hands. He's the good hands, people.
Speaking of good hands, nice job by Jared Harrington to grab that snap and put it down in time for Ernesto Lacayo to nail the point after.
8 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
8 seconds now remain here in the first half.
7.
And Arizona leads the Bay Area Panthers 14-7. First lead of the game for the Rattlers.
I still feel like that was a mistake by the Bay Area Panthers not to go for that on 4th and 1. To elect to kick a field goal and give the ball back. You've done such a great job running the ball here in this half.
Yeah, and you talk about the record. It's not like you're jockeying for that final playoff position. You really can do some things to build some momentum in your team. And let's do this. Let's check in down on the field with Joe Pequeno. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Floyd had the opportunity to talk to Drew Powell this week. He said, look, we know we're a marked team, and we're always going to get everyone's best. We have to understand that week in and week out. When I talked to Bay Area coach Kurt Bryant this week, he said, we're going to go down to Arizona, we're going to give it our best, let it all hang out, no holds barred, and try to go down there and get it done. And so far, we've got a game in the snake pit.
Well, he forgot his own words when he didn't
really
go for it, didn't he?
He really did. Listen, you have an opportunity to kind of grind it out and possibly force Kevin to use all his timeouts.
Right.
Keeping that drive alive and going on.
We'll speak with Kevin Guy here in just a moment. Kick to the goal line. This one is brought back around the left side. Break a tackle, stay on his feet, and finally a tackle made. Dresante Dorton was the return man. That will spend all of the remaining seconds we had here in the half. And Arizona, a little anemic on offense. We'll talk about some of those reasons. We might even hear about that from Coach right now as we throw it down on the field.
Uh-oh.
Well, we might throw it. Okay, so they're trying to figure out if there was time remaining. Is that what I'm understanding? They're going to review for time.
I mean, that took a while. He was breaking tackles. That took a while. I don't think they're going to add any time to the clock.
Well, I think Coach is going to sit and wait and decide. He's not quite ready to talk because they are going to have to look and see what the clock had to say about the issue. And now the referee knows. It didn't take him very long.
After review, the runner was down with 1 second of the game clock.
Okay, 1 second remaining.
First down, the area. Game clock operator. Please reset the game clock to 1 second.
What do you think coach is going to do right here? Try to get into his mind. Is he gonna Hail Mary this situation?
Well, that's either that or kick a field goal. I mean,
I'm looking. The kicking team is coming on.
I mean, he's.
How about a 45-yard field goal try? That's, I guess, what they're.
But you've got a bunch of big guys on the field. If Arizona has a good return on here, if he doesn't get this to the seats, this is an opportunity for the Rattlers.
DeAndre Douglas will hold. Clayton Glasgow will snap. And this kick is on the way. Plenty of distance and just a little to the left. No good for the kicker, Stevie Artigue. And so that's how the Panthers decide to end their half. Try that kick. Well, you know, the second they saved by the review gave them a shot. Just couldn't quite cash it in. Let's throw it down on the field. Joe Pequeno has Coach Guy.
Thank you, Floyd. Coach, they missed a field goal right before the half. You got a 7-point halftime lead. Your thoughts on having the lead at the half?
It's the most boring game I've ever coached in my life, okay? We've had 3 possessions in the first half. We've had some miscues, a couple of drops, some high passes, bobble snaps. But, I mean, it's really a boring game. We're giving our fans their money's worth today.
Well, so what is the message to your offense at the half?
Well, we're just playing this slow, methodical game. Everybody, they're trying to slow the game down. Whatever. I mean, we're built to do whatever. We'll adjust to it at halftime and get it rolling.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, Joe. And it's halftime here in the hot heat of the Valley of the Sun. North of 100 degrees out there today, everybody. But inside here, well, it's cool. I think it's a little more exciting than what Coach says, and we'll talk about that here at halftime, everybody. 14-7, our score. Arizona in front of the Bay Area Panthers. Halftime is next. Arizona Rattlers football.
DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music. She never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
I get it. It can be hard for you to tell us what's wrong with your car. Relax. At Grulix Automotive Repair, we speak car. Kind of making that sound like... We understand. At Grulix, our ASC certified technicians can diagnose your car or truck and get you back on the road quickly and safely. Like that. We hear you.
Grulix, dedicated to your drive.
Happy birthday, Sarah Long. Happy birthday, Caitlin.
Hey, it's halftime here in Phoenix. Sports fans, Rattler Nation, thanks for being with us. And we hope that you are enjoying your Memorial Day holiday weekend as we remember all of those who have given their lives in service to this great nation of ours. Thank you. And if you have family that have paid that ultimate sacrifice, we thank you. It's halftime. Arizona leads the Bay Area Panthers 14-7. Floyd Simmons and Cedric Bonner here in this one. Well, Coach Kevin Guy said, boring game. Said he didn't really like the pace of play and all that has transpired in that first half.
Well, to give up a couple stops on defense, on offense, to allow defense to get stops on you. And we're talking about a defense that's given up 52 points a game. They certainly don't look like that at this moment. Arizona. If not for the long snap right here that you're looking at, the long loss of yards, I mean, who knows what's going on in this game, because I was at a point where the Panthers were running the ball right at us, and we weren't able to stop it.
That bad snap, by the way, resulted ultimately in a missed field goal by Bay Area. Some numbers for you from the first half, just looking at total offense right now. Arizona, well, they were able to outgain Bay Area in the second quarter, and at halftime they lead in total offense, 115 yards for Arizona to 77 collected by Bay Area. And remember that Bay Area did lose 29 yards on that bad snap. So subtract that right off of what their number would be.
Right, it would not look good for the Rattlers. I think up front they've got to be more stout up front against the run. They're putting a lot of pressure on Devontae Merriweather and Trayvon Williams to come downhill and make tackles in space on a guy that's moving. They've got to play a little more physical up front and handle business on their end. And then when those two backers get there, they've got to tackle. And they've got to tackle hard and get them on the ground.
Sid, let me ask you about what have been the key problems plaguing Arizona in the last 3 weeks. And I guess you could include today to some degree, because they are locked in a tight one, a low-scoring tight one, with a team that they are, they would be expected under most circumstances and at most times to be pulling away from this game already comfortably. But this is a close game. Look, the last two losses in the last 3 completed games, and I think it comes down to poor tackling on defense. And Drew Powell has just not been as effective as we're used to seeing him throwing the ball. Tonight even, we've seen him off the mark or throwing hard-to-reach passes for guys, on 3 or 4 or 5 occasions.
Well, I think tonight it's been much better. He's been on platform. He's staying low, keeping his elbow up. A week ago, that wasn't the case. Tonight, he's been much better. I think when you're running routes at times and you put your body, that ball down in the front pylon or front corner of the end zone where Jared Harrington was backing up, that's never a position as a receiver you want to be in. Get your body square, sideways to the board so you could actually make an active move. It was extremely hot. Those are balls that we got to catch and you got to complete. Yes, hasn't been as sharp, but this often happens when you get a star back in your lineup. What happens? You try to get him in, the mix, and it makes it tough to keep going what was going. They've got to get back and just keep playing, get Jared in where he fits in, and allow him to grow with you in the second half and on.
Another look at the standings there showing the Rattlers trail Northern Arizona by a half game. First time this year that the Rattlers have not been in first place. Now, that may only last for another hour or so, depending on the outcome of this game. But interesting that that Northern Arizona remaking that team from last year, led by a stellar defense. They are at the top of the standings in the West right now by a half game over the Rattlers. 14-7, Arizona on top of Bay Area here at halftime. We'll continue our halftime breakdown, look more at the stats here in just a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Partners and more. Search Rattlers Rewards in the Google Play.
Halftime score, 14-7, Arizona leading the Bay Area Panthers, but maybe not by quite the margin that IFL fans might otherwise be expecting here in this matchup between the 7-2 Arizona Rattlers and that team on the other side that is entrenched in the last position in the Western Conference with a 1-8 record. So, again, not really what football fans would be expecting. That's for sure. The Rattlers right now a half a game out of the lead in the West. Taking a look at some of those numbers from the first half. You know, it's interesting about the Rattlers attack. You know, thinking about Drew Powell, who had one bright spot running the ball. You'll see him take it in for a touchdown there, but outside of that, the bright spot was actually a run off a broken play that came back on a penalty. He scored a touchdown that didn't count. after dropping the snap, he was trying to get the ball out to the right side. It slipped out of his hand, so he picked it up and decided to improvise and got a great block downfield by Jared Harrington that sprung him into the end zone. But there was a block earlier up the field that prevented the touchdown. Outside of that, Drew hasn't done anything remarkable running the ball. He is 8 of 12 throwing, and I got to tell you, Sed, it doesn't feel like 8 out of 12.
Well, I just think the one he missed on the sideline with Harrington, tough throw. But listen, as he continues to work, and he is working diligently. Spoke with him before the game. He's working extremely hard at it. Spoke with Coach Dixon before the game. They're working so hard at getting it right. He has been better, much better. Looks better. The ball looks better even coming out of his hands. So it will get better.
Joe Pequeno has Coach Kevin Guy once again. Hi, Joe.
Coach, I know you didn't like the pace of the first half, so how do you go about speeding this one up in your favor?
Well, we get the ball first, the second half, so hopefully we can do that, okay? And then we'll see what they do. But I had a lot more fun at halftime than I did in the first half.
What was the message for your team at the half, Coach?
Well, they're trying to play a slow, methodical game, and, we need to pick up our pace. And, we get the ball first, let's go put the foot on the gas pedal. And defensively, in kickoff team, we can't let them run it out to midfield. And our defense needs to get them off the field in 3 downs, and let's try to speed these possessions up.
Thank you very much. So, fellas, Coach Kevin Guy, not afraid to call it how he sees it. Gotta love that about him.
I would love to be in the locker room at halftime if he was having so much fun. Said, "Come on, count me in."
Man, that must have been a rough locker room.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I don't know how much fun he was having in there. They better come out with their hair on fire this half. They have to.
Agreed. By the way, in that passing game, just to let you know, the Rattlers are 8 of 12. That's all Drew Powell in that first half. Okay. The Panthers, they are 3 out of 3 throwing the ball. Joe Newman is 3 of 3. He's connected on all of them. But listen to this. On those 8 pass completions for Arizona, their average yards, well, actually on their 12 attempts, average yards per attempt, 6.9 yards. On just those 3 attempts for the Panthers, their average yards per attempt, 16.7 yards.
Inflated on the missed tackle there. Inflated on the missed tackle.
I'm just
we'll get into that later.
I'm just giving you the numbers.
I'm a numbers guy too. Inflated on the missed tackle.
All right. We'll grab a timeout, and then we'll get the second half underway here in just a moment, everybody. Our score, Arizona 14, Bay Area 7. Back to the Footprint Center, the Snake Pit, for the second half, right after this.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Second half about to get underway here at the Footprint Center. Thanks for joining us for our broadcast coverage of Arizona Rattlers football. On radio across the valley at 1580 The Fanatic. Also on the Indoor Football League's YouTube channel. And you can also go to the IFL's website to get in on the action. That's goifl.com, goifl.com. The Indoor Football League on YouTube. And all Rattlers home games this season are broadcast on Cox Yearview, Arizona. Channel 4 in Phoenix. Go to yearview.com. That's YURVIEW.com for more information. Just a technical note for our listeners, and that is that we still they have not been able to narrow down the audio problem with the referee's mic, so we'll do the best we can to translate his information whenever there is an issue down on the field, a penalty or otherwise. And we welcome you back. It is rocking. The decibel level off the charts here as this kick goes to the 5, fielded by Jamal Miles, and he'll get knocked into the wall at about the 24-yard line. First down right there as the second half does get underway on this broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. Floyd Simmons along with Cedric Bonner and Joe Pequeno, and Arizona's ball at their own 24-yard line. Here comes the reigning MVP, Drew Powell, out to lead that offense, along with Shannon Brooks. Also out there at the wideouts, the guy that just returned it, Jamal Miles, will come split out to the left side. Brooks, by the way, Shannon Brooks is split out on that side as well. There is Isaiah Houston, and in the slot, Jared Harrington. Looking that direction, now back the other way, and Drew Powell decides, I'll take it myself. And he's got about a 4-yard gain before he gets stood up. Welcome back, second half underway, Arizona 14, Bay Area 7.
You know, I'm a big fan of Will Ferrell. And like he always says, I need more cowbell, I need more Shannon Brooks. I need more Shannon Brooks.
I like that. I was just thinking, you know what, I was just thinking about that great SNL sketch on my drive to the arena today. Wow. A little mental telepathy going on. Here's a pass caught, first down, and Miles driven out. After he gains about 8 yards on the play. Make it 7, they'll put him down at the 15-yard line.
See, that was a throw last week that he would miss, that he had trouble with just a simple throws.
On the previous play, first his hand at the 15-yard line.
Does a nice job getting it out of his hand. He's balanced, puts it right in there.
And he gets his team set up at the 15-yard line. First down for the Rattlers. They lead 14-7. And after a, let's just say, less boring halftime for Coach Kevin Guy, we'll see what his guys come up with. Here's a toss to the end zone. And what a catch made for a Rattlers touchdown.
Touchdown, Rattlers. A 15-yard strike from number 1, Drew Powell.
Is that Jamal Miles on the receiving end? It was.
Jamal Miles runs the corner out.
Well, he disappeared. I couldn't tell who it was.
Beautiful throw and catch.
He disappeared into the tunnel like Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
he never stopped.
That's the only place, but you got that nice little runway back there in the corners, right? You can just keep moving.
Well, you don't want to come to a very quick stop, not with football shoes on. out there on the concrete. Here's the point after kick. Ernesto Lacayo bangs it up, knocks it through, and the Rattlers go to 21-7. Wood grab an early third quarter timeout, Rattler Nation, and a 2-touchdown lead for the Rattlers. They strike first in the second half. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Today's hashtag Rattlers.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Sports fans. And the Arizona Rattlers are going to kick it away, send it back to the Panthers.
Let me just say this real quick, partner. The Rattler fans need to work on their Carlton dance. They got to get some work in.
Is that one of the...
It's one of the wheel of...
Wow. Wow, they are absolutely cranking the sound system tonight, this afternoon. Kick fielded at the goal line. Panthers bring it out, head of steam, stiff arm, and this is going to go to just about midfield. Dre'Sante Dorton on the return. Good field position as we go down to Joe Pequeno.
Yeah, Floyd, we go from Tom Jones to Motley Crue. And the only thing that excites me more than a Tom Jones Vegas tune is Drew Powell throwing a touchdown pass. Drew, Coach talked about picking up the pace in this one, and you guys started getting on the scoreboard out of the gate.
Yeah, we started off with a good return, got us down to midfield, so it's our job to just put it in from there. Jamal ran a great route and made a great catch as well.
What about trying to lay the hammer down in this one in the second half and pull this one away?
Yeah, we got to put our foot on the gas. I mean, they trying to slow us down with the game plan and just trying to slow the game down, but our job is to speed it back up and fight through that adversity.
Thank you, Drew. Drew Powell and the Rattlers trying to kickstart my heart, guys.
21-7, the lead right now for the Arizona Rattlers. On top of the Bay Area Panthers, a handoff around the left side for a gain of 5 yards. And second down at 5 now, Bay Area with the ball in Rattlers territory, ball at the 21-yard line. Handoff and a big hit. Wow.
That's how you tackle Day-Day.
Well, Devontae Merriweather was victimized defensively a couple of weeks ago at Tucson, and he has since amped his game up a little bit. And there's a perfect example of it on the tackle of Dwayne Gary.
That right there is what happens defensively when everybody's hitting their gap at the right time. It's like sweet music. I mean, that's outstanding.
10.5 on the clock, third quarter. Rattlers trying to set a new tone for this one. Deep, over everybody's head, out of bounds. Incomplete, looking for Dwayne Gary. And Devontae Merriweather shadowing him all the way down the field.
That's one where he could have possibly threw the ball a little flatter out in front, allow his receiver to flatten out towards the wall and try and make that catch, but the pressure was a little too great for him to stand in there and throw it.
said something after that play. He spoke for a moment with the coaching staff for Bay Area. And
I think they're trying to see if there's
they're reviewing,
an alignment issue on the defense, if there's a penalty on the defense.
Find out in just a moment what it's all about. 21-7, Arizona leading Bay Area.
Video review.
And the Rattlers do have some business to take care of coming up. Take a look at what's next on our broadcast schedule for Arizona. This is a third consecutive home game for Arizona. And their next action is going to be on the road. We won't see Arizona back here at the Footprint Center, back here at the Snake Pit until June 25th, the next time they are home. They will host the Tucson Sugar Skulls, looking for some vengeance on that particular night. That'll be Saturday, June 25th, the next Arizona Rattlers home game. They continue to take a look at maybe the alignment of the defense, like
I think it's a defensive penalty. They're looking at either a belt infraction, or maybe defensive end too wide. Well, it was a penalty.
It was a marker, a successful review challenge, and so the ball is going to be.
Yeah, they did get it. It's a successful challenge by Bay Area. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
All right.
Ninth man, make some noise. It's time for another 3rd down. Lockdown.
Third down and 2. Ball up to 17. 17 and a half. Dwayne Garrett picking his way through, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. That is a Panthers touchdown. He just weaved his way. It felt like it took forever, but he was able to snake a path through the Rattlers into the end zone.
And what did Coach say a week ago? We got too many guys on the ground. Look how many guys end up on the ground early on. And again, we talked about that earlier play where Day made the tackle. You run around the block, you leave a gap. And Gary's too good a back to do that.
Clock counting down under 9 minutes here, 3rd quarter. The Panthers will try to make it a 7-point game. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. And our score goes to 21-14. Arizona maintaining the lead, but the Panthers are back on board with that Dwayne Garrett touchdown. Back in a moment, everybody. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garf Kia, we hear you.
Well, coming up for the Arizona Rattlers, they are going to be on the road at Northern Arizona. You see it there on your screen. June 11th, Saturday, 6:05 p.m. Following that, on the road again, this time to Albuquerque to take on the Duke City Gladiators. That'll be a 5:05 kickoff in the afternoon. Remember the time zone change on that, Rattler fans, as you tune into the Gladiators broadcast of that and previous the week prior to that on June 11th, Northern Arizona in Prescott Valley. Well, why not make the trip? Why not drive on up to Prescott Valley, support the Rattlers on the road.
And support the league, right? Support the league.
Yeah, that could be a game that breaks the tie for the lead in the Western Conference.
Well, that's all well and good, but at the end of the day, Tucson will have something to say about that as well. With DeQuan Neal, it'll be awesome down the stretch.
Here's a kick. And that's short. I believe that was a squib kick attempt. I don't think that was any sort of onside. And that is covered up nicely by the Rattlers to get great field position.
Well,
Nair Quinterly is the guy that made the play.
The thinking is the Rattlers have struggled down inside the red zone. Right? They haven't played extremely well down in the red zone. So force them to work hard. It's the hardest part of the field to score in. And maybe you get lucky, it bounces off somebody's leg and you get an extra possession.
Well, they took a little bit of a chance right there. It didn't pay off. Let's see if the Rattlers can turn the short field into points. Swing it out right side, Shannon Brooks. Cuts back to the middle of the field. And he gets knocked down at the 4-yard line. Short of the first down, but a nice pickup for Arizona.
Told you, more cowbells, more Shannon. He has him on the swing, does a nice job of getting back to him, catchable ball.
Second and 2, Rattlers.
Very nice read by Drew Powell and a good job of getting it out to his check down.
And he is going to be marked back to the 5-yard line, so second down and 2 to go. The Rattlers can get a first down. But they're working at the opponent 5 right now. Fake it to Braxton. Left side, Drew powering his way inside the 2-yard line. Well, Drew was trying to get it all done right there by himself.
Drew Powell with a keeper.
When he turns the corner. Watch how low he gets when he starts running up inside. But he accelerates and gets low and just drives. But to Bay Area's credit, they get him on the ground. They're going to force him to keep running plays. And as a defensive coach or player, the more plays you force an offense to make, the more chance they have for a miscue.
From about the 1.5-yard line, there's Powell going left side, and he'll follow the big guys into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
A 1-yard strike by number 1, Drew Powell.
Well said, Drew, as a quarterback, does something that you don't often associate with quarterbacks. He gets that pad level low, doesn't he?
He gets it really low and drives with power. And I just think it's his will to not want to be stopped. Right? When he runs the ball, he doesn't want to be stopped.
And he wasn't. Into the end zone, touchdown. Point after good. And that'll move it to another 2-touchdown lead for the Rattlers. They lead Bay Area. 28-14 is our score. 5:58 on the clock, third quarter. Arizona Rattlers football.
Simon Med Imaging is proud to be the official radiology provider for your area.
Moogly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say, oh yeah?
Yeah, welcome back in, everybody.
Number 17.
And we've got just under 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Arizona 28. The Bay Area Panthers 14. It is as loud in the building right now as I can remember it.
And I feel like I have to holler to speak.
Well, I guess that's what you get on a holiday weekend. Here comes the kick. And a nice move. Wow! That'll be a huge return. Finished off by Devontae Merriweather's big hit at the end of it on Sante Dorton. But Dorton with a terrific move as he brings it out. Watch this little juke step.
Well, Jared's got to slow down and break down. He's so excited and wants to contribute so hard. He's got to break down and be ready to tackle.
So the clock counting, 5:29. And continuing down, I want to thank Nova Home Loans, the Arizona Rattlers exclusive replay sponsor. They give you those great looks throughout the game. Our crew with a great job of capturing those. Thank you to Nova Home Loans. Handoff to Wayne Gary. He'll cut back. And again, the cut. Well, he's going to dance. Finally get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe plus a half a yard. Looked like he might get trapped, but he was able to escape that deep pressure and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job of not just getting out of control. Rather stayed tight on defense and did a nice job of getting him on the ground.
Four and a half minutes now left in the third quarter. Bay Area doing a great job of milking that clock all game long. Here comes a pass over the middle. That is caught. That's a first down. That'll be a gain of 14 on the play. Dre Dorton on the receiving end.
This is such a good throw and catch here. You got the dig route across the middle. Ball's put right on the body. And you look at these receivers, they're good size. Dillon giving up a few inches in height.
Yeah, both those guys crashed into the wall. I don't know who got it worse. Here's the snap. I thought I heard a whistle. They're going to play it through. And a big hit in the backfield. Wayne Gary goes down. He'll lose about 3 on the play. And I believe the guy that got him there was Theo Machette.
Yeah, Machette did a nice job of being ready to tackle both the runner and the quarterback. Kept his outside leverage. Really good job by Theo Machette.
So the ball back out to the 11-yard line. Second down and goal. Keep an eye on Dorton, split out to the right. Wayne Gary flanking the quarterback to his right. And a pass that's over everybody's head, incomplete. Newman could not connect on that. And that will bring up third down now.
You know, when you've got receivers with the kind of size they're working with right now, you've got to, unless you've got Day-Day on one of those guys, you've got a little bit of a height advantage. You got to put that ball in a spot where your guy can go up and make a catch.
Third down play, straight ahead, 3rd and goal. Mark of the ball, the 11-yard line. Can the Rattlers defense stiffen up, deny the Panthers? Newman puts his man in motion on the edge, but there is a marker down right at the snap.
Delay a game.
Delay game. Offense, 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Took just a fraction of a second too long to get it going. And the head coach, Kirk Bryan, will set it all up again with his quarterback, Joe Newman. The Panthers at the Arizona 16, but now it's 3rd down and goal from that spot.
Defense!
2-touchdown lead for the Rattlers.
You figure you're going to take 2 plays and try to get this in. I don't know if they'll settle for a field goal here.
Newman delivers. Catch made, and the stretch to the 9-yard line. Well, they're going to say his knee went down. The 10-yard line will be the spot. So a 6-yard gain for the Panthers. Now 4th and goal from that spot. Here comes the kicking team on.
7 on the previous play. It's 4th down. Time to shut it down.
Well, I guess they are going to kick a field goal.
Your team on to attempt the field goal.
Crowell did a nice job. There you see him on the Nova Home Loans replay. They're going to say that the knee just went down right there. I don't know if it makes much difference here. It's not going to change the angle, that 1 extra yard for RT. It's a good snap and hold.
Nope.
And the kick goes right through for 3 points. 52 seconds remain, 3rd quarter. Arizona leads Bay Area 28-17. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life. From DIY tips to unique adventures for the family, Creative Living showcases it all. Peek inside the kitchen at a local restaurant, preview popular travel destinations, or discover an exciting new hobby. Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
Rattlers offense is going to get the ball back here with 52 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Arizona an 11-point lead. Welcome back to the Footprint Center. This kick will send Jamal Miles 4 yards deep. Up the middle he goes. And he is knocked down at the 20-yard line.
Jamal Miles return.
This is a pretty good job to stand him up by Derek Calhoun, whose name we've called a lot today. And he makes a special teams tackle to add to his, I'm sure, team-leading total on that side of the ball.
I tell you, something about, he's playing inspired, being home. Played at ASU.
And there he is.
And coming in this building, right? You come in to play the Rattlers. Get your juices flowing a little bit.
It's a football player right there, everybody. First down play coming up for the Rattlers, working from the 20-yard line. Motion to the right side of the formation. Drew looked that way, and now he'll deliver. Wide open, pass caught. Isaiah Houston inside the 15-yard line. That'll be a pickup on the play of 16-yard line, 16 yards, first down to the 14 for the Rattlers.
Beautiful throw. On the move, he avoids. Good job by Houston to keep working across the field for his QB. Solid way to finish the third quarter.
It ends up being that final play of the third period. All right, final 15 on the way, everybody. Arizona leads the Panthers 28-17. The fourth quarter is straight ahead. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
This is a great look at the top cheerleading crew in the IFL, the Arizona Sidewinders. We bring you back, everybody. The fourth quarter getting underway. Arizona in front, 28-17. And the Rattlers have the football parked right now at the Panthers' 14-yard line. Welcome back to the action. First down play straight ahead. Take a look at some updated stats for you here in just a moment. Drew looking to throw. He's got pressure. And he dumps it out toward Shannon Brooks, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, they had a double in route. He missed Isaiah Houston on a little post route, a little skinny post. Didn't cut the trigger loose.
Rattlers do lead in total offense through three quarters. 170 yards in offense for Arizona. 115 is the total for Bay Area. Panthers still lead rushing in the rushing category, by the way. There's an incomplete pass and contact before the pass got to Harrington in the corner. So that is going to be interference on Nicholas Brazel.
He gets in trouble looking back.
You heard what he said. That's a First Credit Union. First down.
Thank you to Nova Home Loans, our official replay presenting sponsor, for the look right there. What did you see, Seth?
I thought it was decent coverage. Their feet got tangled up. A lot of times they allow that play to go. They don't make that call.
Well, if you commit a pass interference penalty in the end zone, the ball goes to the 1 yard line. That's where the Rattlers will set it up. First and goal motion, including Jamal Miles to the right. Give it to Brooks around the left, and he is shut down. And the guy that did the shutty was Karma Yates.
Karma Yates, as well as that man, DJ Calhoun, get to the short corner in a hurry. Look right at your screen, top of the screen, left side. Look how he stalls and stalemates the end. DJ comes over to clean it up. Man, that was a terrific defensive play.
Well, how about Yates getting the jump on the offensive lineman, right? I mean, just beating him to the spot. He saw the movement, he knew the direction of the play, and he just beat him there. And this snap goes over Powell's head. Scramble for the ball. It's loose. That'll be picked up by Bay Area. They've got it at the Arizona 15-yard line. Well, if you were trying to figure out a way to quiet the Rattlers crowd, you take advantage of their big mistake and a trade back as the Rattlers with a bad snap.
That's
give it away.
Well, now we're even on the bad snaps. And that was the area of concern. Earlier, we've seen a lot of missed snaps. That one just goes a little high. And if you get a scoop and score there, that's a great job to recover it. But you got to try everything you got to get a scoop and score there if you're Khalil Young.
Young with the recovery. Ball at the 14 of Arizona. Handoff to Dwayne Gary, and he's hit initially by Devontae Merriweather, and then Trayvon Williams finishes him up. Also Marcus Pittman there to help out on the tackle for the Rattlers. That'll be about a half a yard loss back to the 15-yard line.
Day a little high when he shoots that gap. Kind of just goes right through the hands. It's a hot rocket high. Through the hands of Drew Powell, man. That's a tough break. But a big break if the Bay Area Panthers can do something with it.
Can Joe Newman and the offense take care of business? Throw to the end zone. Pass, cut, touchdown. Daniel Crowell is the guy that is able to haul it in just before contact with the wall, and he'll celebrate, and Bay Area making a game out of it.
I mean, that's a great throw and catch. You obviously get the look you're looking for, and he does a nice job. And I say he, I'm speaking of Joe Newman, of bending Crowell back to the sideline.
Clock is counting, everybody. 10:53 remaining and still ticking down, as it will until the kick is determined. Actually, they're going for two. Joe Newman will bring the offense on, and look at the stacked I formation behind Newman. He puts one man in motion. Fake it. Throw in that direction, and it's incomplete over the top. It won't count. Interesting design. First time I've ever seen the I formation employed in indoor football, but I'm sure it's not the first time.
I don't think anyone's going to bite on the play action from that deep. Great throw and catch there.
We'll grab a timeout with 10:32 remaining in the fourth quarter.
It was a challenge.
Well, the play is under review. Okay? We won't grab that timeout. We're going to stay right here, everybody, and remind you of a couple of things, including this. You were able to listen to our broadcast across the valley on our radio partner here in the Valley of the Sun. That's AM 1580, The Fanatic, KQFN Tempe, also translating on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, and K240EU Fountain Hills, that is on 95.9 FM. All Rattlers home games this season are broadcast on Cox YourView Arizona, Channel 4 in Phoenix. Go to yourview.com, that's YURVIEW, for more information. And check our broadcast out on YourView.
Half the distance and goal. Retry. Bay Area's got charge of timeout. It has no more challenges remaining in the game.
They called an illegal blitz on Day-Day, Devontae Merriweather. And what got him up in the gap is the play action pass. And the old old game, when you play action, ran a play action pass, if they did that, all bets are off. You just could not tackle the quarterback.
I want to ask you about this. I want to come back to this in a moment. 10.5 minutes remaining. They have started the clock again. There's that setup. There's that stacked eye. Now they'll motion to the left side and give it. Great tackle made by Trayvon Williams. Knifing in on Dwayne Gary and bringing him down and keeping this a 5-point game. Wow, what a play. Arizona 28. Bay Area 23 with 10:13 remaining fourth quarter. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Trayvon Williams, timeout on the field.
DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music. She never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Hey there, Stryker. Getting her done out there, the official mascot of the Arizona Rattlers. And again, it continues to be as loud as can be on a holiday weekend, a Sunday afternoon at the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix. This game is far from decided. Arizona 28, Bay Area 23. Everybody, welcome back in. Floyd and Sed and Joe and our broadcast moves into this fourth quarter. Arizona getting the ball back here. Well said. The offense kind of smartened a little bit after that turnover the last time they had the ball.
You can't have those kind of mistakes. It was an area of concern. I do believe they'll rebound.
We're going to find out right after this, right after Jamal Miles' return. He is tripped up at the 17-yard line. And credit for the special teams tackle. Trey Dorton is the guy that brought him down. And here comes the MVP. Drew Powell to bring the offense out. Look there at Jamal Miles.
Rattlers.
Well, what kind of marks would you give to Eric Magwood, who has come into the game? Is it possible to take that last snap out of the mix that created
the Panthers touchdown? He had that, and he had a questionable holding call. But, I mean, first time in the mix, he's done a nice job.
He delivers a nice snap, and then the passes delivered nicely out on the edge to Isaiah Houston for a Rattlers gain to the 21-yard line. 6-yard pickup on that play. Second down at 4 ahead.
Gain of 6 on the previous play.
Down to 9 minutes, 15 seconds remaining, everybody. You're watching Arizona Rattlers football on the Indoor Football League YouTube channel. Get in on the action at goifl.com. Powell lines him up, hands it off. Braxton Haley, left side. First time Braxton has had the ball on offense today.
Okay, 13.
And Braxton gets 7 yards on the gain of first down.
Running with some power.
So number 2, Nicholas Brassel. But he gets enough for a first credit union. First down.
How surprising is it that we've gone 3.5 quarters of football and finally calling Braxton's name with an offensive opportunity?
Well, when you're the leading receiver on this team, you're going to demand some double coverage and some respect.
Here's a toss to the end zone, and Braxton Haley makes an incredible catch for the touchdown.
He's got to put his hand out. He's too little. Got to get aside. Great catch. Goes up and takes it away. This is a fantastic catch right here.
Amazing focus by Braxton. Staying with it. The wall closing in on him.
Look at that. I mean,
wow.
All hands, gets up and over and pulls it out of there. Great catch.
Now that is worth the price of admission. The game all of a sudden got a lot less boring than what Coach described from the first half. Kick is good. 7:29 remaining, and Arizona leads the Panthers by 12. 35-23 our score. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
I get it. It can be hard for you to tell us what's wrong with your car. Relax. At Grulix Automotive Repair, we speak car. Kind of making that sound like... We understand. At Grulix, our ASC certified technicians can diagnose your car or truck and get you back on the road quickly and safely. Like that. We hear you.
Grulix, dedicated to your drive.
Arizona Rattlers electrify the crowd on a Braxton Haley touchdown reception. Just mentioned him prior to that, getting that rushing gain. He carried the ball for his first touch today, and then the beautiful catch in the end zone.
He carried it with authority, right? And then that play just carried right over to the next one. Confident, over-the-top catch.
And that brought the fans to their feet for sure. Here's the return by Bay Area. And stood up. Tackle made. That'll be in the vicinity of the 15-yard line. The guy on the tackle was Nair Quinterly. So we've got 7:20 remaining, and the clock is counting down. Let's go to Joe Pequeno down on the sideline. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Floyd, this week when I talked to Braxton Haley, he felt he played his worst game as an Arizona Rattler last week against Frisco. He said he didn't have the focus necessary. He said that will be the last time Rattler Nation will ever see that. He expected a bounce-back performance, and he delivers on a great play in the end zone.
There's that catch again. Just the concentration and knowing the wall is coming. You gotta love it. Now the Rattlers defense will take over. See what they can do about stopping Bay Area, but a nice little run up the gut.
That's too much on first down, and I think with the motion, you get things stretched and widened out. You allow the back to cut upfield and choose his own path anytime you run that zone, and then you still gotta be worried about Joe Newman running the ball. It makes it extremely tough for the defense.
That was Gabriel Watson picking up 5 yards. Second down and 5. Rattlers defense trying to stiffen up right here. Bay Area, the ball at the 21-yard line of their own. Throw right side off the hands of Dwayne Gary, incomplete. Devontae Merriweather was man up on him, and the ball goes into the stands. I noticed something on this last play. Daniel Crowell, who caught that first touchdown today for Bay Area, he's limping around. Went out on his route just now, probably knowing he wasn't going to be targeted, he said, but he looked like he was very uncomfortable running his route this last time around.
He may also be trying to just lull him to sleep. You limp around a little bit. Oh, I can't run. Oh.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question next. Here comes the third down play, 3rd and 5, throw to the end zone. There's contact all over the place. Yeah,
grab. The ball's thrown out of the back of the end zone.
That is going to bring markers out on
Tyree Woods.
Yeah, gets his name called today on the most auspicious of plays. So that's going to be a big gain on the pass interference. 15-yard penalty. Okay, let's go back to that point after try when Bay Area went for 2, and they came out in that I formation, faked it, and then threw. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that obviously they would take the 2 on the pass and catch if they can get it, but might that have been a setup to get Trayvon Williams, who I think was, well, maybe Devontae Merriweather, who came in illegally?
Well, yeah, you've got to see the ball handed off, but anytime they cross the line, if the ball's not handed off, it's
So you think it was a setup?
No, it's just part of the game, part of their plan. As you see the Rattlers stand up tall on D there, Dylan Matu.
Well, he led the way. Trayvon Williams was there as well.
That's just part of the game plan. You run a play action, and if it doesn't work, maybe you got him to do something silly like blitz.
You look at Gabriel Watson get wrapped up in that backfield. I guess the guy that hit him first was Williams, but everybody else got in on the action. And a loss of a half a yard. Ball at the 15-yard line for the Panthers. Second down play. Send him in motion. Newman looking toward the corner.
Threw it out of the back of the end zone. He's wide open.
Yeah. He was looking for Crowell. And Crowell looked a little uncomfortable, but maybe that was just the fact that he knew he was headed for. He was headed for the slot between the pads. He wasn't going to get any help slowing down.
Well, it shouldn't even come to that. That broke so wide open. Jacoby Taylor, the field corner, squats and sits down. Doesn't give enough help to the corner route. And he just overthrows it. He just shoots it.
(35-23). That's the Arizona lead. Third down play, straight ahead. They'll hand off to Dwayne Gary. And Devontae Merriweather is there to meet him. Tackle made. And it was Dylan Fa'amatu as well coming out. Getting there to help make that stop on Gary. We've got 3:05 remaining, everybody. Nova Home Loans is the Arizona Rattlers exclusive replay sponsoring partner. Thank you, Nova Home Loans. They give us those great looks, those great replays throughout the game. Here's one of those. Thank you to Nova Home Loans. A lot of humanity coming in on that play at the finish, I can tell you. 2:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Rattlers hanging tightly. And we get a timeout before the snap. Timeout taken. There was 11 seconds remaining on the play clock. But then timeout.
They didn't like the formation, maybe didn't like where it was lined up or whatever. But listen, at this point of the game, you can't take them with you. Make sure you get something. right? Make sure you get exactly the scenario you want offensively. If you're Coach Brian, I'm okay with this timeout.
Let's see if Joe Pequeno's okay with it. Joe, what do you got?
Well, Floyd, we all know what a competitor Rattlers coach Kevin Guy is. His list of accomplishments with the team is incredible. 4 championships, winning percentage of .760, but he's also a great leader inside the IFL. Talking to Bay Area coach Kurt Bryant, he said anytime he called Rattlers coach Kevin Guy, he was always there, gave him great advice, and appreciated him, showing that Kevin Guy just not one of the best coaches in the league, but is setting the standard by helping other franchises as well.
From the timeout, 2:29 remaining, everybody. Joe Newman throwing toward the end zone. That's off the hands of his receiver, incomplete. Some contact on the wall over there, but DeAndre Douglas was the target.
DeAndre Douglas could have taken one more step before he stopped the jump. That was a well-thrown ball right there. Could have taken one more step, had a little more room in that back corner before he leaves his feet.
Check the Nova Home Loans replay.
See him start to stumble right there. He could have taken one more step and then went up, and that would have been a catch.
I can see what you're talking about right there, Seth. And we talk about Coach Brian getting some advice from Kevin Guy. How about Douglas getting some advice from Braxton Haley right there in that moment? That might also help, huh?
Absolutely.
Rattlers get it on the turnover on downs.
Oh, you got to see it.
Through the hands of the defender.
Drew gets baited into that. He is very fortunate. They ran one high safety, everyone else underneath in the flat, covering the flats. He never checked the backside corner, who he thought was running vertical. He squatted on the sideline and just baits him right into this throw.
That is the second time today that Drew has thrown a ball right through the hands of a defender.
Vassell, I mean, that's a game changer right there. That gets you right back. Right back in it, and it puts pressure on the Rattlers.
So second life for Powell and the Rattlers offense, and it opens up in the middle. Drew's got the first down. Marker out. And Drew is knocked down right at the yard to gain for the first down, but there is that marker down from the back judge.
This was an odd-looking play from the beginning. We had 2 Rattlers running into each other in the middle of the field.
Well, the officials are having a long conference about it.
I'm not so sure it was PI, but definitely the spacing was not good on this play.
Holding, defense number 7. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So you heard it there, I think.
Holding. That's a First Credit Union.
And that's tacked on to the end of the run. The ball now at the 13-yard line of the Bay Area Panthers.
And Drew made his mind up. He just went downhill when got that first down. And if I'm Coach Guy right now, I'm just going to take this all the way down. There's no reason to run a play at the end of this quarter.
A minute and 5 remaining in regulation. Powell wrapped up, and he's going to throw it away while he was going down.
That game almost for the people.
So no grounding on that. The guy that got to him was Khalil Young. And the ball was across the line of scrimmage, as the official is indicating. So there's no penalty there for grounding.
Simon Midimaging is proud to be the official radio.
He got it out somehow, and it was actually a spiral.
You stay healthy, and they'll stay affordable. Visit SimonMid.com.
Got it done. A 1-minute warning time here at the Snake Pit, everybody. Final minute of action here in this Rattler showdown with Bay Area coming up. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Clouse shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting